Oh yeah, what a goal by Bozak, yeah! That was a nice pass by Crosby. Whatever, we're playing great, it's fine, we'll get it back. Dupuis again? Ugh. Whatever, I feel some late game heroics. We'll get it back. We've outplayed them like the whole game. Man, when's Lupul coming back? Carl Edwards, Pfizer, and Gretzky aren't making the playoffs this year. 9 straight MVP awards. Am I right, Vancouver? Leafs lose 3-1 to the Pittsburgh Penguins in Toronto. Their second straight loss to the Penguins, and their fourth in a row. My question is, what is wrong with the Toronto Maple Leafs? They started off great. They've been steady around 4th to 6th place, and all of a sudden they lose 4 in a row, and they drop to 7th, just 3 points ahead of the 9th place New York Rangers. They had losses to Boston 4-2, one being an empty netter. They lost 5-4 in a shootout to the Pittsburgh Penguins, a game where they had some late game heroics. They lost to the Winnipeg Jets, where they played absolutely horrible. They had very few scoring chances the whole game. They pretty much lost it from the first period onward. And then this loss to the Penguins is their 4th in a row. A game where they pretty much dominated the whole way through until the 3rd period, where they just gave up 2 goals to Dupuis and an empty netter. I don't think this streak is any reason to be concerned. Of course, Leaf fans know from last year with that second half collapse that holding a playoff spot for first half of the season does not guarantee a playoff spot when the playoffs start. But the Leafs aren't playing bad against very good teams. They played Boston, they stuck with them the whole way through, and if it wasn't for that empty net goal, they'd only lose by 1. They played the Penguins twice, dominate them both times. The first game, they pretty much turned it up the second half of the game. The first half, they were a bit shaky. The Jets look like they may be a playoff team this year. And then the Penguins, again, the second game, they dominated the whole game, but unfortunately lost. The penalty kill is good. They aren't giving up as many power play goals. It's not like an inevitable goal every time they go on the penalty kill, like it was in the last 4 or so seasons, where they were 30th and then improved to 28th on the penalty kill. Now they're up to 8th this season. Of course, off-season acquisition Jay McClement is a big part of that. Another reason to not be concerned in this 4-game losing streak is all these games have been close games. The game against Boston and this most recent Pittsburgh game, they gave up an empty net goal late. So really, they're only 1-goal games that they lost. The Pittsburgh game in a shootout, of course, they got a point out of it. The game against the Jets that I mentioned earlier was the only shaky game where they just did not look good from the start to finish. Only issue from all of these is they aren't scoring a ton. They lose 3-1 to Pittsburgh, 4-2 to Boston. The Jets held them to 2. The only game where they scored more than 2 goals was the Pittsburgh shootout loss, and that one they actually earned a point out of. So I think that the key for the Leafs' success is score early, score often, because once they score 3 or more goals, they perform significantly better than when they have just 1 or 2. Couple notes, Komarov last night had a breakaway, didn't score. He's only scored once all season. He has to step it up. Grabovski has to step it up. He also has to play more. And Nikolai Kulemin, he's also not been scoring, but he has been playing pretty well. Luckily, Joffrey Lupul has been cleared for contact, and likely he'll play on Saturday. Which reminds me, today David Steckel was traded to the Anaheim Ducks for winger Ryan Lash and a 7th-round pick. This trade clears up space for Lupul to enter the lineup on Saturday. Just some notes on Ryan Lash. He's undrafted. He had 62 points in 59 games in 2011-2012 in the Finnish Elite League. So with Lupul re-entering the lineup likely on Saturday, Ryan Lash is going to join the Marlies, and hopefully he'll give them an extra scoring boost going into the playoffs. Also, what's with these Kessel rumors I've been hearing recently? People have been saying, this is his last year in this contract, and maybe he's not worth the money he's going to ask for come this offseason. So people are saying, trade him now, get the highest value possible. But I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good idea to trade him now, as opposed to waiting for him to enter free agency, maybe let him go and sign one of the other big names come this offseason. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about the Kessel trade rumors, maybe what you guys think they should do in the offseason or at the trade deadline, which is coming up really fast. Let's just hope this losing streak ends Saturday when the Leafs take on the Winnipeg Jets.